My name's Anna.Goulding and I'm a researcher and I'm looking at what people with dementia get out of engaging with art. We want to show a typical workshop in an art gallery led by an artist for people with dementia. Rather than the focus being on reminiscence, this model uses the artwork in the gallery to act as a stimulus for participants to use their imagination and create something new. The social interaction is integral to the experience, and it's really important that people with dementia and their carers have a regular opportunity to do something which takes them out of their normal worries. And art is a great opportunity to be creative, use the different senses in an inventive way, just get the brain thinking about something different and perhaps forget about your problems.
Today's session is going to be based on clothing, identity and fashion, and we're going to be doing all sorts of things in here today, and we're also going to be looking at a piece of artwork which is a ginormous coat in the gallery next door. Hi, I'm Claire Ford and I run a series of arts and adventure projects all over the country looking at imaginative ways of improving memories. So I did a textiles degree and I knew at that point that I didn't want to be an artist in my own right, so I decided, well, I've always known that I've always wanted to work with people with dementia. I used to volunteer for the Alzheimer's Society every summer holidays when I was at school, and I've always had great-grandparents and grandparents, so they've taught me a lot, so I wanted to give back to this generation, and that's why I work with people with dementia.
Well, you can stay, we can always get you more tea. The cafe will continue, but for anybody who would like to have a little look round, why don't you go and have a little look round? Now, just let me know where you want to have a look, Jim, all right?
Oh, anywhere.
Should we just have a little in the new stuff?
Yeah.
You put a dress on if you want to.
Oh, we'll get into it.
Hello!
Do you want to come and stand around here, ladies? You can get a bit closer. Feel free to come a bit closer. Won't fit you, Chris, I don't think. What a shame.
Right.
Who do you think would wear this coat?
Well, I would think we'd have to be a very tall man.
Why do you say
army forces?
So you think it's a tall man?
Yes.
Do you think it definitely belongs to a man? What makes you say that, John?
Could be a woman, but she could be tall. I'm with the buttonhole, so.
The buttonholes,
yes,
does that give it away?
Yes.
Do you agree, Chris?
Would be for somebody like an outside
worker.
worker.
Like a man.
An outside worker? Dorothy, what do you think? Who do you think would wear this? What type of man?
A labourer of some kind, I should imagine, where he wants to keep warm. That's
yeah. Dorothy thinks he could be quite a rich man.
Fagin.
Yeah, does anybody agree with Fagin from Oliver Twist?
I think it would be quite warm.
Warm?
But if it rained.
Jim, do you think it's soft?
It could feel soft.
It couldn't have a dirty job, you know.
In fact, I think it is.
You think it's soft?
Yeah.
It'll smell funny if it's made of goats, whatever it is.
You think it smells a bit funny,
Yes,
but
if it's wet.
Dorothy, would you like to have a look in the pocket of the coat? What do you think's in the pockets?
well, it looks like a handkerchief.
Handkerchief. Do you think he was emotional, Jim? Do you think that's why he had the tissues in his pockets?
He couldn't keep his hands in the pockets.
Why not?
He'd have to be a manual worker, using stuff fast. He couldn't walk along with his hands.
Fabulous. Right, so what we're going to do now, we are going to go back into the gallery and we're going to create some other costumes. Okay, so if we go back to where we started from. So this is what you all said about this coat. He wants to keep warm. Oliver Twist, maybe, or Fagin. Plenty of money pockets. Rich? No, 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 he's not rich. If he sold his coat at a decent price, he'd be a rich man, he would. Uncomfortable, but quite warm. Couldn't wear it in the rain, though. It'd soak through. I think it's soft. It'd be very awkward to keep that clean. I think it smells a bit funny. Animals, goats, wet dog. Look in that pocket there. It looks like a handkerchief. Fabulous. So we've created a story from this, And now what we're going to do, we are going to create our own stories. So what I want you to do now, we've got this array of lovely clothes on this rack. We've got loads of lovely hats over here. And it's just getting into character. If you don't want to wear one, you don't have to wear one. You can just be yourself.
So we've got Boy Scouts. Oh. Does it remind you of anything? The fruit hat is splendid.
No. We've got that. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go around and I want you to tell me about the character that you are. Who are you, Chris?
Well, I've just come out the army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've joined the police force.
Oh, fantastic. Jim, who are you? You look very dapper.
Should have been an undertaker, I don't know what.
You're an undertaker. Doris.
A girl from St. Trinian's.
It's from St. Trinian's. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some fantastic catwalk fashion music on, and I want you to walk down this line. You can do whatever you'd like. This is the catwalk. There's a cross right in the middle. At the cross, I want you to do a little twirl, carry on, and then when you get to the end, I want you to do something.
I'm going to have to take your Mac off, it keeps rustling in my ears.
You should have had it.
Come on, Chris. Here he is! Go on, Chris. Good, very nice.
Naughty schoolgirls.
St. Trinian's! St. Trinian's, fabulous.
What good sports you are.
Well done, everybody. With the catwalk today, a couple of people just sat out and watched, and to be honest, they're still part of the same experience, whether they stood doing it or whether they sat doing it. They were still clapping, they were still enjoying the whole ambience of the catwalk, and to be honest, if I'd forced them to do it, it wouldn't have had the same pleasure. So it's just allowing them to really contribute to their own decisions and be part of the group as fully as they can. It depends what sort of stages that you are in of dementia, but I'd say that people who are more sort of later stages, they're quite open to freely doing quite imaginative things, so dancing, role play, tableaus, theatre type things. But people in early dementia quite like doing things that they really recognise and that are very familiar to them. So it's just really working with the individual and finding out about their life before facilitating the session. There you go, Les. How do you feel of that?
Shall I move the biscuits? I just think.
But what we're going to do now is we are going to make some of our own felt, and you can design whatever you'd like on these felt. So I'll just pass these around. These are some that other people have done.
Somebody's cut, that's it.
Go, Chris. And I want you to just choose what colours you'd like. I'll just sprinkle these around.
Pull yourself a bit off.
You just pull it apart and then lay it into your
Pull it. Yeah,
tray.
pull it apart like that.
Oh, that's nice, Joyce. Lovely. Right, now comes the fun bit. So I just want you to keep rubbing it and it should get all soapy suddy. Okay? Brilliant, Joyce. That's it, yeah.
And then you just gotta...
Now we've got to say abracadabra. And then what we're going to do, slowly but surely, we're going to unwind the net, and then you've got your piece of felt. So this, look at that. Would you like to wear this, Les?
On my head, yeah.
To keep you warm. So give yourself a big round of applause. Fantastic.
Come here to mix in with other people and to learn, you know, things, or to remember things that she used to do when I passed.
Yeah.
And that really, isn't it?
Yeah.
The men.
So why do you like coming?
Well, it's mixing with people and getting different ideas. And
Oh, we get lots out of it. It's mainly for Chris. And it's like somewhere to go, something to look forward to every week. Something to do that we would never normally get to do.
To enjoy it.
I mean, it's nothing like what did they call it?
Because we've got to know them now, and we can share a joke with them and we can all have a good laugh together. We're actually doing all sorts of very relaxing things that make you laugh. that actually perhaps make people, allow people to be themselves more and to really come out of themselves.
I think if you were to go into this line of work, you've just got to be really open and just go with the participants that are in your group, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are leading it. They've got all the stories to tell, and you've just got to design the session around them. And you should have a theme that everybody can relate to, so something like the seaside, clothing, entertainment maybe, that everybody can have their own view on. The main aim for me is to get rid of any title of dementia, so you wouldn't even know in any of the workshops who has dementia and who doesn't have dementia, because everybody's having fun and that label is just totally disregarded. And that's what it is about for me, is just to get rid of that label of dementia, to have fun and be free really with the arts.